VCTV and WBNH thank our underwriters. Primary Bank, New Hampshire's bank for business. PrimaryBankNH.com. The Wicks Insurance Group, serving New Hampshire and the Bedford community with auto, home, life, and business insurance since 1984. TheWicksInsuranceGroup.com. Interim Healthcare of Manchester, personalizing care to help meet your unique health needs. InterimHealthcare.com. Nelson Real Estate of New Hampshire, your local brokerage boutique. Relationships built on trust. MrsNelsonsNeighborhood.com. Great New Hampshire restaurants. Food tastes better with family. Tbones.com or Copperdoor.com.
Kenzie takes a touch. She'll have one shot to the right side, and it's good.
May takes the snap, hands it off to Helton. Similar play, similar result. This time a stiff arm gets Helton free. He's met at the goal line, but he's in.
With numbers, sends it into the circle. O'Donnell to Kylie, shot, score.
Oh, somebody's got to do it. So now the ball through. Benjamin with it. Left foot, right foot is good.
They have cleaned that up over the years a lot. Oh, nice block.
Snap, looks to pass. May rolls to his right, delivers to the end zone. Back in the back of the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
Good evening. Welcome to Bedford High Stadium here on this chilly but beautiful dry evening here in New Hampshire. Friday Night Lights for the undefeated Bulldogs, 6-0, 5-0 in New Hampshire League play against the 5-1 Bishop Guertin Cardinals. I'm Harry Kozlowski here with Rich McDonough. And Rich, we were all expecting the BG Cardinals to come in for a clash of undefeateds, but a little something happened on the way.
Yeah, last Friday night they were up against South, a rival, on their shared home field, and they were up 24-8. And then the second half, the wheels came off, a couple of bad interceptions, and then South, they're a talented team. They made the most of it. It's what you do with your turnovers. You don't go 3 and out. You want to go and do something with it. And they won it with about $1:35 left on the clock. And BG was driving, couldn't make it happen. Sadly for the Bishop Guertin Cardinals, their coach, their third-year coach, Anthony Nalen, was tossed at the game for misconduct, bench misconduct, and he is serving a 2-game suspension, which is tough for any team. I've coached for 30 years. And boy, you need your chief of staff, if you will.
And that means Jermaine McKenzie, right?
Yeah, Jermaine McKenzie is their next up. The players trust him and love him, so that's a good thing.
So he'll be wearing the headset and calling the shots today. Meanwhile, Bedford had a pretty easy time against Nashua North last week, scoring on their first 5 possessions, 5 touchdowns in a row, and by halftime they were playing their backups. So it was a pretty easy game. Not expecting this one to be quite as easy as Bishop Guertin, I'm sure, wants to prove something coming into this game that that they are still a team to be reckoned with.
There's no doubt, and I got to canvass with Hudson Schmidt, who is a Bedford kid. He's a D1 lacrosse commit. We'll talk about that later. But he said, look, they believe in their coaching staff. It's an organic group. They trust the system and they trust each other. And obviously, they've been on the back end of some bad Bedford scores in the last few years, especially when my son Mike McDonough was QB at Bishop Guertin. So yeah, they got something to prove, but they're up against a juggernaut this year, Harry.
We do want to welcome all the BG fans who are watching on Nashua ETV Channel 22, and of course everybody who's watching online at BedfordTV.com. We've got we hear that we're going to have viewers all over the country for this contest. The Bulldogs hit the field, and you'll notice that they're wearing pink trim today, and there's pink ribbons adorning the stadium. It's Breast Cancer Awareness Night. Actually, a Breast Cancer Awareness Weekend. A lot of the Bedford sporting events have been sporting the pink ribbons this weekend to raise awareness of breast cancer, and tonight's game is no exception.
All October, actually, Harry. It's a great thing to do. My sister, God love her, she beat it, and she's listening from Washington, D.C.
More and more people are surviving, which is great news.
Absolutely.
We're coming up now to the coin flip, but in the meantime, we had a chance to speak with Coach Zach Matthews of the Bulldogs earlier today. Let's listen to that interview right now.
We are speaking with Coach Zach Matthews of the Bedford Bulldogs. His team 6-0, 5-0 in league play. Coach, looking back on the season from the first game against Merrimack until now, we've seen steady improvement in team execution, reduction of mistakes. Do you feel like your team is starting to peak now that we're reaching the end of the regular season and about to go into the tournament?
Yeah, I mean, that's a tough question. I think that, what the term peak is let's put it this way. I feel like we're playing our best football right now. I hope that we're not at the peak yet, meaning I still think that there's really good football in front of us. And I think, as a coaching staff, we always look at progress and have a growth mindset. So I don't want to limit this group and say that we've reached the peak, but this is certainly the best that we've played as of yet. And I feel really good about where we're at. I mean, when you look at our defense and we've given up 58 points, obviously those first 3 games, I think we gave up 20, 14, and 14. And then you see those scores come down. And, when we get to the postseason, it's all about obviously explosive plays on the offense side of the football, which we've been producing, but it's also about taking other people's point production down. And I think if we can keep people 14 points or under specifically, we're going to have great chances to win football games. And so, we've given up 58 points. I think Wyndham is the next closest. They've given up 69 and Pinkerton's given up 73. So if we can keep that formula in place, I think our best football is still in front of us. But yes, I'm super pleased with the progress we've made.
Let's talk about Landon Elsmore. He's had 2 huge games in the last 2 weeks, and he really didn't do much in the beginning of the season. Was he injured, and how big of an addition is Landon Elsmore to your offense right now?
Yeah, Landon's been a great addition. The situation with Landon is somebody who's obviously a basketball player, and so Landon didn't join us until late in the preseason because of the fact that he was pursuing some basketball opportunities. He's looking to play basketball at the college level, and so Landon couldn't start practicing with us as early as some of the other people did. So just based on where he was at as far as acclimating to football and getting him ready for game action, he was a little bit farther behind our other athletes, and so. But once he's come out there, I mean, his athleticism speaks for itself. The things he's done in the passing game certainly allow us to expand the things we do on the field and present a lot of problems for other teams. I think with him on one side in the passing attack, with Durso on the other, and then the things obviously that Bennett and Brody can do in the backfield, I think we've gotten some really good balance and some explosive plays that we're looking for.
Now, you've got BG coming up tonight, and we thought they'd be coming in undefeated, except that Nashua South had other thoughts. I take it you watched that game. What happened, in your opinion, in that game? Was that something that Nashua South did, or was there something that was lacking in BG game plan that caused them to let that game slip away?
No, I mean, I think it's a combination of 2 things. It was really a tale of 2 halves. I mean, BG was up 24-8 at halftime, and BG was executing really well in the first half. Nashua South was not. And then come out in the second half, and unfortunately for Bishop Guertin, they had some untimely turnovers, had some interceptions, and South made some really good adjustments and on offense and defense. And so with turnovers, and we say this to our kids all the time, when you're giving somebody else extra possessions and you're taking points away from yourself, it becomes really difficult to win those football games. So, I don't want to take anything away from either team in that regard. I would say that BG would probably say that wasn't their best second half of football. And I think that South really stayed tenacious and focused and made some really good halftime adjustments to put BG in a difficult situation. It really was, a toss-up game. I think if those teams played 10 times, you'd probably see one win 5 and the other win 5. It was a very, very close matchup. And so, I think it could go on either way.
Well, Coach, good luck against BG tonight, and we'll speak to you again soon.
Yeah, thank you very much. Looking forward to it. Go Dogs.
Thanks to Coach Matthews for taking the time to speak with us. Coin toss while we were away. BG won the toss. However, they elected to receive. Bedford usually likes to defer, so it all kind of works out in the wash. They will be defending. Bedford will be defending the end zone to the right.
Yeah, it's a kind of a push of a coin toss, so status quo, here we go.
Bennett Matthews, your starting quarterback for Bedford. Last week, 9 of 12. 211 yards, 3 touchdown passes on the year. He's 41 of 60, 574 yards, a 683 completion percentage. 6 touchdowns. He's taken 2 sacks during the season.
Not bad.
And his Bedford defense has been tight 58 points allowed in 6 games. That's only 9.7 points per game. Meanwhile, they're averaging 37.8 per game.
And importantly, they've only yielded 10, Harry, in the last 3 games. They're finding their groove, which was kind of our discussion pregame.
As Coach Matthews addressed in the interview, his team, he thinks they have another level, but he's happy with the level they're playing at right now. They're not peaked, in his opinion, but they're playing awfully well.
It was all about, job one was building chemistry preseason, and phase 1 accomplished. They're doing a good job.
Elijah Todd with the kickoff, and he kicks it away. Too far for Jake Bowen.
Yeah, Jake Bowen, he's the quarterback's brother. That was a big kick, though.
Todd's got a big leg. He puts it in the end zone, so BG will start at the 20-yard line, 1st and 10.
Well, and Bowen is a poised kid. He had a rough second half, Harry, but he's not that kind of guy who ever beats himself up. He'll come right back. He's a terrific athlete in many ways, and I think we'll see him have that calm cool that his coach likes about him.
Nathan Bowen, your quarterback for BG, number 10.
And at times he'll be throwing to his little brother, who is only a freshman and runs and plays like an upperclassman.
So is that number 7 in the backfield with him, or number 2? Sam Fayed?
It would probably be Sam Fayed, yeah. He was honorable mention All-State last year. Really good player.
Bowen fakes the handoff.
He's a good runner.
Takes it over to the left side and picks up a pretty good chunk of yards, about 7-8 yards for 1st down. And BG's coming right back to the line of scrimmage. They've got 4 receivers set, 2 on each side.
That was Nathan Bowen with the carry, tackled by
Logan Curran looks like he's in the backfield.
And they've got a very good receiver core and a really good running back core. It's just all about the line play, Harry.
Bowen has decided to keep it himself one more time. Bedford not fooled. They keep him to about a yard or 2. So 3rd and 1 coming up for the Cardinals.
Well, in that interior battle, BG's line is big and strong. So is Bedford's, arguably the best D-line in the state.
Tight formation here. 3 in the backfield. Bowen under center. Takes the snap.
Yeah, that's going up.
That was an inside handoff, and they get the 1st down, trying to get the number of the player, number 9 for BG, Jonah Feliciano, I believe.
Yeah, Jonah's a strong athlete. He's also an anchor at the linebacking position. There's no quitting that kid, and we just saw it there, Harry.
BG getting it up to the 36-yard line. They got a fresh set of downs, and they go back to the spread formation. And this time, 3 receivers to the left-hand side. Bowen in the shotgun. Takes a snap, quickly throws, hits a receiver, gets away from 1 tackle, 2 tackles, got enough for a 1st down, fights his way into positive territory. Bedford says there was a loose ball.
And that was Fayed on the reception. He's really good at finding space, and Bowen's got an accurate arm.
All the officials in black saying they've got it. We have to wait for the guys in stripes to decide.
There's some officials wearing red and black in the stands in front of us, and they think it is.
And they're going to say that the BG player was down, so possession stays with the Cardinals. Ball will be at the Bedford 48-yard line, so 2 1st downs for BG on this drive as we are 10:29 into the game.
I think that was as much about the crowd scene in there, and the refs just could not see it, even though Bedford may have come up with the ball there.
Might have been down. We don't get an explanation, though. Here's the pitch to Curran. He's run down by Bennett Matthews.
Yeah, Logan's having a good year. He's got 6 TDs on the ground. He's averaging 8.7 a carry. Not that time.
Matthews also a linebacker as well as a starting quarterback. They're going to give him a yard up to the 47-yard line. 2nd and 9 coming up here for the Cardinals.
That was a generous spot, I think.
4 receivers set, 3 to the left. Curran in the backfield. Here's a blitz.
Ferocious rush.
And Bowen's going to be taken down. A sack. Alex Bissonette, number 51, brings Bowen down for a loss of 6 yards.
Yeah, and he's one of my keys to the game. You know, that tough rush. He's quick, and he's got strength and size. And one of my keys for them was to get in Bowen's face early and often. There we go, setting the tone right there.
3rd and long. It's 3rd and 14 now from the BG 48-yard line.
And that's Hudson Schmidt who went in motion there.
And now another motion. Curran It looks like a screen pass.
That was a nicely designed pass. Hudson's a very good runner, very shifty. And again, he's going to Lemoyne D1 school for lacrosse. And, nice design. They play fake to him, and then he just did a flare and got over underneath.
They wind up gaining 6 yards on the play, not enough for a first. It is 4th down and 8, and they send in the punt team here. And back for the punt, it's going to be, I assume, Helton and...
Can't miss Helton.
Helton and Matthews back, both for this punt.
They kind of know each other well, don't they?
Low snap, kind of a line drive. It's going to hit the ground. Picked up, I believe, by Matthews, who runs it up to the 24-yard line. So Bedford holds on the first BG drive, and now they've got 1st and 10 from the 24.
Well, that sack by Bissonnette was lights out. One, you saw his speed and you saw his power. Bowen's a strong quarterback, no chance, and that changed the whole dynamic of that drive, Harry.
Now it's Bedford's turn on offense. Like I said earlier in this broadcast, they scored on their first 5 drives with their starters out there against Nashua North.
I'll be looking to see how the line blocks here. BG's interior line is very good as well. They're all strong.
Here's the pitch to Helton. A beautiful submarine tackle right there. Might be for a loss. It's Sam Fayed. He fires into the backfield, and it's going to be a 1-yard loss for Bedford. Second, and actually 2-yard loss. 2nd and 12 coming up. Helton on that toss sweep, submarine by Fayed.
Well, and I got to talk with Coach Nail in midweek. He's bummed he's missing out, but he said one of his keys was to get deep in the backfield early and gang tackle. Didn't need a gang tackle. Fayed's a good tackler in his own right. To bring down a guy like Helton like that, that speaks volumes.
So 2nd and 12 coming up. Helton in the backfield along with Bryson Durso, number 6. And it's a pitch the other way for Helton. He's trying to get around the edge. Manages to get positive yards, gets a pretty good chunk of yardage back, about 8 yards on that carry, gets them all the way to the 33-yard line, but they got to get, I believe, to the 35, so 3rd and 2 coming up for the Bulldogs.
Boy, at 5'11", 215, carrying that speed around the end, that's a weapon and a half. And his physicality and his talent on the lacrosse field is one reason he's going to Rutgers. Big Ten power school right there. That says a lot about that athlete.
Actually, it's going to be 3rd and 3 here. They are at the 32-yard line. One receiver out. Durso's lined up tight on the left-hand side. Helton in the backfield. Matthews is going to call his own number, cuts ahead and gets the 1st down by a yard or 2, all the way up to the 38-yard line.
Well, one thing you saw BG do was their force players on the edges, they hold, but this kid is such a good player. He's going to Duke for lacrosse, and that speaks volumes as well. But they forced him inside. That's one reason you're not seeing 8, 9, 10 yards, but this is a line that could wear any team down.
1st and 10 for Bedford. They're on their 38-yard line. Here's motion from Durso, and he gets the handoff, sweeping to the right, cuts forward, and picks up about 7 yards up to the 46-yard line. So it'll be 2nd and 3 coming up here for Bedford.
I'll tell you, he showed real good vision right there. He was patient, and once that little seam opened up, you had a little seam created either way. Picked his spot. There he goes. Good job running. And
Bryson Durso, known for his receiving, but he's also done some damage on the ground. 160 yards on 17 carries, 3 touchdowns this year.
And I think 9.4 per carry. That's impressive.
Looks like we've got a flag, and what is the call here? Durso went into motion. Actually, correction, that was number 8. Zane Besker went into motion, and they're going to say a false start or illegal motion by the Bulldogs. So they had 2nd and short, 2nd and 2. Now it's going to be 2nd and 7 back at the 41-yard line.
Well, 5:41 left in the first, and these two physical, aggressive teams to have just 1 penalty so far, I'm kind of impressed by that.
So the Bulldogs regroup here. They're going to send 3 receivers to the left-hand side. Helton alone back. Matthews in the shotgun, pitches to Helton. He's got some room here, but not enough to get to first. He gets pulled down. Group effort there. Jonah Feliciano and Sam Fayed bringing him down after about a 3-yard gain. So they're going to put him at the 44. He's got to get another 4 for the first, so 3rd and 4 coming up.
That's impressive by Fayed to wrap that kid up twice. I mean, such a powerful runner. And Sam's got strong hands. It's one reason he's an excellent receiver as well.
So big 3rd down here to convert, 3rd and 4 for the Bulldogs here. That
got speed on speed near side. Speed on speed with Redfern and Elsmore closest to the sideline. 3
receivers off to the left. And a jump there by BG. They're claiming that somebody on Bedford moved, and I guess the officials agreed that it was a false start.
Yep.
So another penalty sending Bedford back 5 yards. And this has been a bugaboo for the Bulldogs in some of the games this year, that they've had penalty issues trying to execute these plays, and it's surprising that they're at home. It's not like it's a loud environment that they're dealing with here, but they just have a little trouble staying on the same page on snaps every once in a while. So now they've turned a 3rd and 4 into a 3rd and 9. So
yeah, frequently
a new play coming in from Coach Matthews.
Those high-energy teams will jump a little, maybe early yips when they're facing a big opponent, but Coach Matthews will coach that out of them.
4 receivers set, 2 on each side. Helton in the backfield. He steps out. Matthews is going to get brought down. He hesitated, and he's going to get sacked.
That was good force defense on the edges here. Also, up jamming the receivers, leaving Matthews with no options, and he was forced to eat it. And you can see that.
Sam Doty is the sacker, and Matthews is the sackee. So both teams are going to have to punt it away here on their first drives.
That was good defense by BG. Didn't fall prey to the hard snap count there. 3:25 on the clock. Here we go for second punt.
Two back for BG. There's a punt from Elijah Todd, who punts as well as kicks, hits the ground, bounces. The Cardinals are going to just let it roll.
Yep.
And it's going to die right at the 27-yard line. So that's where the Cardinals will take over.
And you can hear him yelling poison, which is their call for just get away, get away.
So exactly 3 minutes left here in the first quarter. No score. Each team has had a possession. Each team's had a couple of first downs, but neither team has been able to finish their drive.
Well, let's see if BG kind of repeats the performance. They were managing a good drive downfield, and things were working for them until they just made a mistake. See what Coach McKenzie dials up for him.
Nathan Bowen is in the shotgun. He's got Hudson Schmidt in the backfield with him. Receivers on both sides. It's a handoff. No, it isn't a handoff. Bowen fakes it.
Yeah, he did a RPO, repass option. Nice job doing it. And look, I told you he's a strong kid.
Yeah, he's pushing that pile and picks up the first down, picks up 13 yards. Although the last 5 yards, he was carrying most of the Bulldog team with him.
Well, he was honorable mention West Division last year as a sophomore. He's leading the state in D1 in passing as a junior, and you can see his talent. My son was a senior quarterback when he was freshman, and he saw the talent back then, and it's coming to fruition.
So first down for the Cardinals. They've got 3 receivers left, 1 right. Bowen calls his number again, finds a seam, takes a hard hit.
That is a big hit from Brody Helton there.
Really hit him hard, but not after he gained 3 yards. So it's going to be 2nd and 7 coming up here for BG.
Man, I played running back 1,000 years ago. I don't think I'd like to be meeting number 21. That is a tough kid.
Yeah, Brody's trying to dislodge the ball from Bowen. So 2nd and 7 coming up here. This time BG comes out into tight formation. 3 in the backfield with Bowen under center. And there's a pitch. And unfortunately, it's going to be a tackle for loss for the Cardinals. And actually, one of the Bedford players, Braden Calkins, comes up with the ball, but the officials are not indicating a turnover. It looks like the BG player was down. So they're going to mark him down. They're going to give him forward progress up to their 46-yard line. Second down and 6 coming up, or third down and 6.
Third down and 6.
And they go to spread here.
Yeah, pairs left and right.
Here's motion. Bowen rolling out, throws the ball. He gets it into a tight spot, and they're going to give him a pretty generous spot. The receiver, number 4, Rocco Roy, comes up with it. That was a really tight window that he threw it into. They're going to give him a first down by about a yard.
Now, Bowen's really accurate unless he's not. But that was real pinpoint accuracy. And this guy, Rocco Roy, as a junior, he is all that. He has numerous touchdowns, and he's averaging 21.5 per catch.
BG quickly to the line of scrimmage. Now they wait for a adjustment from the sideline. Coach McKenzie. Coach Nalen.
A lot of room left side. And there we go.
Here's a throw. Quick catch. Number 2, Sam Fayed, only picked up about 3 or 4 yards on that play.
That's his third catch of the game already. He's on a good pace. Terrific receiver. I was just saying, he's very strong-handed, and you can see him bring that down and tuck it in real quick.
2nd and 7. They're on the Bedford 43-yard line.
Kind of a mirror image of that first drive, which is what I was wondering whether they'd kind of rinse and repeat, if you will. If they got the clock, though, I'll bet you they'll take this out of the quarter.
Wait for the snap. And now the official steps in. Not sure.
Yeah, that's the end of the quarter.
They're going to let the quarter in. I think things went pretty quickly, didn't they?
That was a real fast-moving first quarter.
So they wait for the quarter to expire. They'll be going from right to left when play resumes here. No score after one period between BG and Bedford. Of course, you're watching Bedford football and playing BG here on BCTV and Bedford 105.1 Radio, also on Nashua ETV Channel 22. Welcome aboard, everybody watching down in Nashua. And we want to take a moment here to thank our underwriters. They're the people who make these sports broadcasts possible on BCTV and WBNH. They include Primary Bank, the Wicks Insurance Group, Interim Healthcare of Manchester, Nelson Real Estate of New Hampshire, and great New Hampshire restaurants like T-Bones and the Copper Door. We thank them very much. While we've got a moment here, we want to congratulate the Bedford field hockey team. They had a senior night win over Portsmouth. And with that win, they secured the number 2 seed in the upcoming state tournament, which will begin next Friday, the quarterfinal. They have a bye, so they'll go right to the quarterfinal next Friday, 3 p.m., right here at Bedford Stadium. So good luck to the field hockey team.
I covered a couple of their games this season, and they are to be reckoned with, Harry.
Tight formation, quick handoff up the middle, good for a couple of yards, and then get pushed right back. It is number 9, the carrier, Jonah Feliciano.
Feliciano again. Hard to bring him down when he gets moving.
So they're going to give him 4 yards. 3rd and 3, 3rd and 4 coming up from the 41-yard line.
They got 4 or 5 running backs who can get the job done. And if they get beat up tonight, next man up, they have the talent.
So spread formation, receivers on both sides.
Interesting.
Logan Guertin is in the backfield with
interesting
Bowen.
to see what they'll do on the far side there, whether you get some sort of sail route, how many guys at each level.
Hand off to Curran, and he's going to be stopped right at the 40-yard line, short by about 3 yards. So the question now is, what will Coach McKenzie do here on 4th down? They're at the 40, probably too far for a field goal attempt.
Oh yeah.
Too close to the end zone for a punt. So 4th and 3. I guess they're going to try to go for it.
Well, and Nate Bowen is also their punter and kicker, so you got to beware of gadgets.
Could be a quick kick. That's a good point.
Yeah.
Bedford has been known to do that as well.
And he's got a big leg.
So we shall see. Here they go. They line up. Three receivers to the right, one to the left. Bowen in the shotgun. Curran in the backfield to his left. Bedford showing blitz. The throw.
He got
and
it.
The catch is made.
Did he make
right
it? I think he did.
At the marker, right past the marker.
Yep.
Great catch by Logan. Curran had to die for that a little bit, but Bowen put the ball right where only Curran could catch it, and they convert fourth down, and they keep the drive alive.
For a first down. 1st and 10 for the Cardinals.
1st and 10 now at the Bedford 36-yard line.
Boy, Bowen was fortunate to get that one right over the fingertips. That was a fast coming rush right there.
Three receivers out there. Bowen keeps the ball, gets away from tacklers, gets forward, takes a big hit there from Bennett Matthews, but not after he picks up about 8 yards scrambling.
That run roughed him up a bit, but that little hitch and juke that he did, beautiful athletic jab step to get loose and then take advantage of that seam because everybody had collapsed inside. It's a good read. Kid's got a good IQ.
Gets it down to the Bedford 27-yard line. BG now in tight formations with three in the backfield. Usually they hand it off. No, they don't. Bowen decides to.
Looked like
I thought Bowen kept it. Instead,
yeah,
he gave it to
Feliciano.
No, he gave it to Curran. Is it number 3?
Oh, was it 3? Excuse me.
It was Curran who got the ball, and he got the first down.
Impressive. That's a signature lineup right there. The quarterback will roll away from the line and either keep it or give it off, and he's an excellent ball handler.
So first and 10 at 24. Looks like the same kind of play right there, but this time Bowen's going to hang on to the ball and he's going to pay for it. But having 4 or 5 Bulldogs all over him, they're going to give him 1 yard to the 23-yard line. 2nd and 9 coming up.
Yeah, they're really good at blocking down and carrying the whole to the defense, but they're going to have to react to the interior of this line. That's going to dictate what they do. But once they diagnose that, and it's a pre-game read, pre-snap read right there, and Nate Bowen can do that with the best of them.
So 1st and 10 now for 2nd and 9 for BG. They're in spread. One back in the backfield. It's a handoff, quickly brought down right into the arms.
I think this is Schmidt, Hudson Schmidt.
Camden Santos, one of the DBs, making that tackle right there, so no gain.
They got
3rd and 9 coming up.
They got a conveyor belt of running backs, and that could wear down a team. I don't expect Bedford to get worn down, but it wears down a lot of teams, especially with the size of BG's line, especially the center, Bishop Kearns, who is an all-state wrestler.
So Schmidt stays into the backfield. Bowen's going to drop back to pass, waiting, looking, throws over the middle.
Wow.
Catch, touchdown.
That's
Bishop Guertin, number 2 with the catch.
That's Fayad again. Boy, that's his 4th catch of the day, and that one was a 22-yard strike. But how about the touch on that ball, Harry? That was beautiful.
Well, Bowen had plenty of protection.
Yeah.
He had time to wait for Fayad to get open. Beautiful throw right there, one-on-one coverage right over the outstretched arms of Bryson Durso, and BG strikes first.
Well, that just perfect placement of that ball, and then Fayad, he doesn't miss many once he gets his mitts on him.
And the kick is up and good.
Conversion is good.
So at the 7:27 mark of the 2nd quarter, 23-yard pass from Bowen to Fayed with the extra point puts BG up 7-0.
Well, I was saying earlier, Harry, they've got a very speedy skill set receiver core. 4 or 5 guys can really get it done, and that was kind of like death by paper cut. They short, handing off up the middle, and doing that classic BG rotation from the quarterback under center, and they set that whole seam route up. That was well executed and really excellent offensive series.
All the action live on BCTV Education Channel 8, HD 1072 on cable, or the BCTV.
So the Cardinals ready to kick it off to Bedford. Nathan Bowen.
Yeah, Bowen, he
also
does
the
it.
kicker.
He's the Swiss Army knife.
Does it all. Punting, kicking, passing, running.
You name it.
Back for Bedford is Bryson Durso and Brody Helton.
That's a heck of a return team right there.
Well, we'll see if BG kicks it to them. They may not. Might kick it short here. Here's Bowen, approaches the ball, kicks it. Bit of a line drive, but it will reach Durso at the 5-yard line.
Now BG's got to stay home.
He's got a seam here. There goes Durso up to the 40, still going, up to the 50, and all the way down to the BG 46-yard line. Bryson Durso with a huge return.
That has been dogging them all season long. You know, they've got a lot of speed, a lot of skill. They're very good tacklers, but they've had a few hiccups on the kickoff and punt returns.
Well, that return is just what the doctor ordered to put Bedford into solid field position. A great drive start in BG territory. They're 1st and 10 on the BG 46-yard line here with 7:17 to go here in the second quarter.
So 47-yard return.
So they break the huddle, and they're going to send 3 receivers to the left. Helton in the backfield. Matthews in the shotgun. 1st and 10. And low snap, and Matthews is going to keep it. He's going to go up for about 10 yards. They might mark him just shy.
But that athleticism, the shake and bake. I tell you, after that kickoff return, the entire mood, the body language on the Bulldogs sidelines, I was watching, they're right in front of us. The whole thing changed.
So they're going to say that actually, I thought that Matthews had gotten further than 8 yards, but they're going to mark him with an 8-yard gain to the 38-yard line. 2nd and 2 coming up here for Bedford. You know, I wonder if Matthews took it himself because he had to react to that slow snap. He might have been a handoff to Helton that he kept for himself because of the bad snap.
He looked like he had some uncommon energy coming out of there.
Now Matthews gives it to Helton. Helton puts his head down, gets that 1st down.
Boy, what a head of steam, huh?
Although he runs right into Sam Fayed and takes him down with a big hit.
And then Jackson Humphrey, number 27 there, finished him off. That was a hard hit. I hadn't seen Humphrey play much this year, even though I've seen a couple Cardinals games, but that's an impressive hit.
So Bulldogs 1st down. They're at the 33-yard line.
Now this linebacking core is, you know, the advertised strength of this team for Bishop Guertin, and but we're getting second level blocking right now by Bedford.
BG up 7-0. They scored on their 2nd drive. This is Bedford's 2nd possession here. They punted it away after the 1st. 3 receivers in tight, and now motion from Durso, and he gets met in the backfield, and he's going to lose yardage. The initial hit coming from number 76.
That's Max Moynihan. He's a big kid, strong, 6'2", 230.
He slowed down Durso long enough for the rest of his teammates to come in and bring him down. You see Moynihan alone in the backfield there catching Durso, and then the rest of the pack finishing him off. So that's a big loss of about 4 or 5 yards.
And that was one of their keys, is get into the backfield, grab a hold, as John Madden used to say, grab a hold of something solid and bring some of your friends.
2nd and 15. Bulldogs playing a lot of this game behind the sticks. Penalties did it to them last drive.
That's right.
This time it's a sack, or tackle for loss, I should say. Beskar in motion, handoff to Helton, straight up the middle. Spins, gets a lot of yardage back. They're going to mark him down. Again, I don't agree with these spots. They're going to mark him at the 29-yard line. Actually, a little bit of confusion. The side judge says 29, but the official with the ball puts him at the 28-yard line. So it's going to be 3rd and... We're going to call it 3rd and 5, I think. 3rd 5, 3rd 6. He's at the 28-yard line.
I'll tell you what, Braden Calkins had himself a real good block inside there to open up that hole. That was a 5-yard wide hole. I could have fit through there.
Well, this is definitely 2-down territory for Bedford here. Matthews is going to keep it himself and run to his right. And he's going to get the 1st down over to the 19-yard line.
Student body right, Harry. Old school.
No hesitation. Matthews just takes it, and everybody gets in front of him to block. And that moves the sticks now. 1st and 10 from the 19-yard line.
And Logan Curran, first one to hit him, was 9 yards downfield when that happened. That's just great blocking. And Matthews, his IQ and his speed, those first, when he shifts gears coming around the edge, very impressive.
4 minutes to go here in the half. Matthews with 2 in the backfield. Fakes the handoff, back to pass, has time.
Yep.
And he's going to find number 2, Dylan Belair, in the end zone. Touchdown, 19-yard pass for the Bulldogs.
And you could see that. They had man coverage. He looked right. And then once that seam opened up, there was nobody rotating over from the Reds because they were all concerned about the left side, their left side of their defense, and Bedford's right side. And then easy pickings right there for a strong-arm quarterback.
Extra point coming up from Elijah Todd. As I mentioned in the pregame show, he's hit 30 of 32. He's been money.
That is
on these
awesome
extra points
for a high school kicker.
He's got quite the leg too. Easily a range of around 40 to 45 yards. Snap is down, kick is up high, and sails right through. It's good.
Boy, that was collegiate level height and pace on that ball. That's a heck of a drive right there. Is just that kickoff return by Durso. Just change, like I said, change the attitude, change the hearts and minds. Pay dirt.
The Bedford crew team is heading down to the head of the Charles this weekend. That's quite the event. And they're going to be racing against some of the strongest teams in the country. So we wish very good luck to the Bedford crew team as they take on the head of the Charles.
Big time event.
Good luck to the crew team.
You know, it's easy to listen to Bedford 105.1 anywhere you go. You can get us online. Just go to our website, bedford1051.com. Or you can also use phone apps like TuneIn, MyTuner, Simple Radio, and Radio Garden. And if you have an Alexa device, just say, Alexa, play Bedford 105.1. So Elijah Todd tees the ball up. He's ready to kick it off. Logan Curran is back there.
He's real fast.
The kick is going to go to Curran. He's going to get it at the 11-yard line. Going up.
Look at that. I told you he's fast.
Got a seam. And he gets it into Bedford territory up to the 44-yard line. So huge return there by Logan Curran.
Wow. Mirror image. BG struck, big kickoff return, kind of silenced the BG sidelines. Logan Curran gets it, and he made me look good when I was saying he's really fast. You could see that next gear right there.
So they're going to say he was down at the Bedford 45-yard line. Still a terrific drive start here for the Cardinals as they seek to answer Bedford's touchdown. They have 3:43 to work with. Of course, Bedford will get the ball to open the second half.
Well, Durso ran his back to the 46, and Curran gets to the 45.
So here's motion by Fayed, but the handoff goes up the middle.
That is a great
It's going to be caught for a short, actually going to be a short loss, and I believe it's number 3 was the ball carrier, Logan Curran.
But Flaherty just gobbled up the interior all by himself. He's a one-man wrecking crew right there.
1 yard loss right there, so 2nd and 11 coming up here at the Bedford 46-yard line. All tied up at 7 apiece, 3:17 to play here in the half.
Been a good game.
Bowen back to pass, has time, throws.
I think they might say he bobbled it.
He did, but I think he hung on to it before he hit the ground.
Oh, boy.
Coach Matthews
he's furious.
Can't believe it. Can we get a replay on that catch? They're talking about it now.
Yeah.
Oh, they're going to call it incomplete.
Yep.
I did think the ball hit the ground.
I did too. My LASIK surgery is holding firm.
Here's the replay here. There's a throw. Yeah, the ball definitely hit the ground. That was Rocco Roy.
What happened there was Cody Byer was in the way of the side judge right there. Made it difficult to call, but they did the right thing. I'm a ref. They huddled. They understood what was happening, and they made the right call.
So 3rd and 11 now for BG. After that drop pass, it was overturned, or at least correctly called by the officials.
Rocco Roy doesn't drop many.
Bowen back to pass, has time, throws it, and it's bobbled, and they're going to throw a flag. It was intended for Roy. Roy bobbled it. He had at least 4 or 5 Bulldogs around him. Any one of them could have come up with the bobbled ball, But a flag comes in. We'll see what the call is.
Dangerous throw, but you saw that pinpoint accuracy that Bowen has. It's just a question of,
And they're going to call pass interference.
Yeah.
Defensive pass interference against Bedford is the call.
So a big break there on 3rd and 11. They're going to give BG 15 yards on a penalty. Once again, penalties hurting this Bedford team.
Yeah, their own worst enemy at some points of this game so far.
So if you got time for a replay here, Andrew, let's see if we can catch that interference.
Replay on demand. I like it. Yeah, it's 15.
So they're going to move the ball up to the 31-yard line of Bedford here. 2:57 to play.
Boy, that's a tough one.
So split receivers, 2 on each side. Bowen instead hands it off. Short run there by Hudson Schmidt. He's going to pick up about 2 yards.
Yeah, it looked like they were hanging on to Jake Bowen right there.
The clock is not running, by the way. Clock is not running. So they just got a free run, a free play there. And now the officials are talking things over to see if they will, if they'll deduct some time from the official scoreboard clock here.
Seen a lot of these refs have been around for a while. They're very experienced, and we saw that poise.
So the official is now approaching the press box. Hope he's got a good set of lungs. 2:42, he said, on the clock. So that is the official time from the officials. 2:42, and they'll start on the signal of the officials. So okay, they made up for that missed the clock.
And a good job officiating right there. Take control of the game, understand what's happening, see who saw what play in the bobble. We just saw that one. Make sure you get your clock right. It's a huge game and a huge stage.
2nd down and 7 here for BG. Schmidt in the backfield with Bowen. 4 receivers set, 2 on each side. Bowen in the shotgun.
You got Roy near side looking for something.
Bowen drops back to pass, throws it over the middle.
There he is.
Hits Rocco Roy, and he's going to be in for a touchdown.
Well, maybe I go to Vegas, Harry, with that prescience, if you will. But I saw that man coverage. He creeped right up on top of him, and Roy is fast. And
pass right on the money.
You could just see that developing. Once he made that jab step, he was gone. You can see the replay if we get that replay at home.
They just showed it quickly here, but we're going to come back for the extra point here.
How dare I do stats?
As Bowen attempts to complete the extra point. Snap, ball down, and good. There was an attempt to make a block in there. Not quite in time.
Well, I'll tell you what, little Bowen went deep and drew the topside coverage over, and that opened up the entire 40 yards of real estate for number 4, who keeps getting it done. He had 3 touchdowns one game, and he's got speed to match. And then we're seeing Nate Bowen, why he's leading D1 here, Harry.
The boys are currently number 2.
Halftime coming up in about 2 minutes, and stay tuned. We're going to be bringing you the Bedford High Band, and we want to remind everybody that the band is going to be traveling to Dover for the Dover Band Show, the biggest competition in New Hampshire for high school bands. That's going to be this weekend. So best of luck to the Bulldog Marching Band, who will be performing for you on the field and on BCTV. On the radio side, we will cut away.
They're sounding pretty good tonight.
They're right in front of us, and unfortunately they're standing up every once in a while. They moved the tubas. That was Corey Mustatiger's bugaboo, was having the tubas in his face. So no more tubas, but now we have guys with hats and feathers in their hats standing up. We can't, sometimes obscuring the play. Bowen kicks a dribbler that goes out of bounds. That's going to be illegal kick, and they're going to put Bedford at the 40-yard line.
Yeah, that's a bummer. I mean, that thing was knuckling in the cold air and the cold turf, and once it hit, it looked like a Steve Miserak pool shot. It just got a ton of English and went rolling out of bounds.
So a pretty decent drive start here. Bedford's got all their timeouts and 2:14 to work with. And don't forget, they do get the ball to start the second half. So quick strike offense is a specialty for the Bulldogs here.
Well, with their speed, they could jam down this field, all 60 yards of it, before a minute.
We're waiting to see Landon Elsmore getting involved in this offense, number 17. So here we go. Two receivers on each side, Helton in the backfield.
Oh boy.
And a motion. It looks like another false start.
Yeah, I think that was the first false start that was Matthew Goldstein in there.
Oh, it's going to be offsides. Okay, so I was focused on Bedford, and Helton did flinch, but he must have been reacting to Goldstein's move. So that's going to make it a shorter 1st and 5 for Bedford at the 45-yard line.
Goldstein's brother is a pitcher at Endicott College. And obviously a terrific program there. And he was also a linebacker here at BG.
First penalty on the Cardinals tonight.
That's right. It's been clean for them so far.
So no clock time left. Still 2:14. 1st and 5 at the 40-yard line.
Same formation.
Matthews drops back, throws a bubble screen to Elsmore. I mentioned getting him involved, and he gets involved right there with the bubble screen. Winds up picking up about 4 yards. So
Landon Elsmore with the reception.
First down, actually 9 yards, correction. So that's first down.
And Elsmore's game's evolving, isn't it, Harry?
Well, this is the first we're seeing of him. You know, like I said, he skipped the early part of the season for basketball.
Right, okay.
So he's finally back in. Now here's a quick throw down the sideline. Great throw by Matthews, completing to Dylan Belair.
Yeah, that was
and he gets it out to the BG 41-yard line.
Boy, that was a rope of a pass, and it traveled about 20 yards in a blink.
And Belair gets out of bounds and saves a timeout.
Yeah, real IQ play right there by that junior.
They're going to take a yard away. They say he went out at the 42-yard line of BG. And they say he did not get a first down. He needs to get another one. 2nd and 1.
Lots of space left side.
Split receivers. Matthews back. Looks. Throws it down open to Durso. He has it. And he's out of bounds at the 21-yard line. First down, Bedford gets out of bounds to stop the clock with 1:48 to play.
I'll tell you what, the sideline for Bishop Guertin, they're yelling how much room there is.
And he was wide open. Watch this route. He gets left behind. He's got no one within 5 yards of him. That throw was a little long, but he adjusted well to it.
Well, and Fayad came up in coverage and doubled, you know, and thinking he had real close topside coverage from that shell right there. Nothing doing, but it was a good cut. That was a really good cut to get open.
1:48 to go here in the half. Bulldogs 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line. Just shy of the red zone. Matthews back. Now he's going to call his own number. He's going to run. He's got a first down. Cuts inside and brought down just a yard shy, 2 yards shy of the goal. It's going to be 1st and goal for Bedford from the 2.
Yeah, he made that play with his legs, but out of the gate, he made that with his eyes. He looked everybody deep, and he looked like he was going to throw, and all of a sudden, you had 2nd level and 3rd level space galore. Nice
Bulldogs
job.
Getting quickly back to the line. Now they're going to take a moment to regroup here. They still haven't used any of their timeouts.
Impressive.
1:24 to go. Clock is running 1:20. Plenty of time now. So we'll see what they call here. They've got Helton in the backfield. They also have Durso in there.
It's number 21 time.
Big hit right there. Going to be shy of the first down. Aaron Shimaleki stops him just shy of the goal line.
Yeah, and Chimaleki's an aggressive 6'1", 220 tackler. He's a Bedford kid as well. And a lot of these guys know each other from youth ball with the Bedford Bulldog system. And, you know, it's fun stuff when these guys get together.
So timeout Bedford. They're going to give Helton a yard.
That was a heck of a tackle and a very strong runner.
They have the ball is marked right at the 1 yard line, so three more downs to get it into the end zone. Officials are talking things over here. It is second down, I'm quite certain, even though the scoreboard indicates first down.
They're probably saying who's got dinner on the stove.
So they're huddling on the sideline here with Coach Matthews. My guess here is they're going to go right back to Helton and try to, or maybe Matthews will keep it, but I don't think they're going to get too cute here.
I wouldn't. I mean, you've got the best running back in the state, and he's built like a Mack truck. Eventually, then with a big line in front of him, I'd run right behind Connor Flaherty over there.
So Bulldogs huddling up. BG already standing at the line of scrimmage, ready to defend. Clock is stopped with 57.3 seconds to go. Bulldogs trail 14-7. Now they line up. They've sent two receivers to the right. Durso and Helton in the backfield. Matthews in the shotgun. Snap, handoff to Helton, and he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Bedford.
That was a great down block. Really, really good down block by the whole left side of the interior of the Bulldogs line, and there was nothing left but acres.
Number 52, Bishop Kearns, thought he had him there. He hit him on the side, but Helton, too strong, just bounced off that tackle attempt and got into the end zone. So 1 yard touchdown for Brody Helton, is 11th on the year.
And Bishop Kearns is an all-state wrestler at 5'11", 280. If you shed his tackle, you're doing something right.
Here's Elijah Todd's extra point. Kick is up. Oh, it goes right off the goalpost. No good.
Well, it was a funky snap, and Belair was able to twist and handle it and get it down. It might have thrown off the rhythm, Harry. And then when you throw off the rhythm when on a chilly night, that ball gets a little bit crusty. Anything can happen. Great kicker. Yeah, I think he really struggled getting that ball. It was a little bit to his right. He went and twisted, and it did throw off that timing right there.
So the score stays with BG ahead by a point, 14-13. And lots of time on the clock because BG has the full complement of timeouts with 53.5 seconds to go here in the half, and they lead 14-13. That is the first extra point that Elijah Todd has missed in quite a while.
Well, terrific kicker, but you can't. Once you throw off rhythm and timing, it's almost impossible task.
Set the kick for Bedford is Elijah Todd.
So we'll see what Todd does here. He may try to drop it into no man's land between the back level and the intermediate level. Bedford has been known to do a kind of a pooch on side. It is going to be a squib kick.
Oh boy.
It goes off one BG player. Let's see it. The ball's loose.
Speed.
There's a scrum. Let's see what happens here.
They're reacting like BG fell on it. Except for the sidelines for the Bulldogs.
And they will say that it is BG's ball, but it was a close one there.
Real close. The speed going downfield. Let's see.
Here's the square where it got to Isidorio. Couldn't handle it. Got by him. Not sure who dove on it, who dove in for BG to save the day, but they were able to cover it up.
It was a sea of humanity. I've been at the bottom of that kind of pile. No fun.
49.1 seconds to go. BG is in a tight formation. They're going to hand off inside. No gain.
That's one of those things. If you can rip off, we got
now flag is thrown.
Late flags.
I believe they're going to call number 51, Alex Bissonette, for something here because he's kind of doing the WTF wave at the officials. Like, what did I do?
I think it was after the play. We're going to have a personal foul, but obviously got to wait for the Zebras to sort it out. And if so, that's a 15-yarder.
Although they're pointing in the opposite.
Yeah, they are.
They're pointing at BG. I mean, they're not facing Bedford here.
It's interesting.
We'll see what the call is.
And BG's taking the walk back.
So it's going to be a call on BG here. And this stops the clock, 41.1 seconds. Dead ball foul, personal foul.
It's a personal foul penalty against Bishop Guertin.
So second down now, and they're going to be all the way back at their, let's see how far back they take them here, 15 yards back to the 19-yard line. So it's going to be probably like 2nd and 24, 2nd 23.
2nd and 25, 15-yard penalty from first down. BG's they got to just take a knee and get out of the quarter.
Well, don't forget, Bedford's got 2 timeouts here.
They do.
So you want to run the ball here to keep the clock moving, but there's a tackle. Good run, though. About a 9-yard carry there by number 10, Nathan Bowen, quarterback. And clock is running. I'm surprised they're not calling a timeout here.
Yeah, I said he was strong. Do you see that pile move? Pretty impressive from that QB.
I'd expect Coach Matthews to have called a timeout, because BG does not have to snap the ball here.
No, they don't.
They can just let the clock run out. 4, 3, 2, 1, and that is going to do it for the first half. It's exciting action. Scoring plays galore, but the mixed extra point is the difference here, as BG leads at the half 14-13.
Highly entertaining half, back and forth. 2 top teams duking it out. We kind of expected it. I thought on paper Bedford had the pretty good edge, especially with the head coach missing, but give credit to BG for showing up to play.
So we're going to pause here on the TV side, and we're going to come right back and let you enjoy the Bedford High Band on the radio side. We're going to cut back, play you a few tunes, and come back in about 15 minutes. 14-13, BG leads Bedford. You're watching and listening to Bedford football on BCTV and Bedford 105.1.
BCTV and WBNH thank our underwriters. Primary Bank, New Hampshire's bank for business. PrimaryBankNH.com. The Wicks Insurance Group, serving New Hampshire and the Bedford community with auto, home, life, and business insurance since 1984. TheWicksInsuranceGroup.com. Interim Healthcare of Manchester, personalizing care to help meet your unique health needs. InterimHealthcare.com. Nelson Real Estate of New Hampshire, your local brokerage boutique. Relationships built on trust. MrsNelsonsNeighborhood.com. Great New Hampshire restaurants. Food tastes better with family. Tbones.com or Copperdoor.com.
And welcome back to Bedford High Stadium here. Second half action about to begin. Band finished their performance and the teams are warming up to start the second half. 14-13 is your score. Back and forth affair. The difference, a missed extra point by Elijah Todd of Bedford. Recap the scoring, Rich McDonough?
Well, early on, I mean, it was BG. They traded jabs and then got their second drive going, and then what we expected, well, I mean, I've seen it as a parent. You know, you got a talented quarterback hitting Sam Fayyad. That made it 7-0. But then, you know, the Bulldogs punch right back, kind of a mirror image drive.
After both teams punted on their first
and I think
possession.
It was Belair.
It was Dylan Belair with a 19-yard reception, made it 7-7. Extra point was good. Then BG comes right back. 29-yard pass to Rocco Roy, 14-7, and then a 1-yard run by Brody Helton made it 13-14. But unfortunately, Elijah Todd, bad snap, bad hold, wound up hitting the upright. And
yeah, that was tough. And even with a great kicker, you just got to have timing and rhythm. But I tell you, fascinating was kind of the mirror image of play. You had similar drives, and then we had dynamic kickoff returns in a row on touchdown drives. And then I think at the end of that, even though they missed that extra point, Harry, I think Bedford showed that it's awake, it's alive, and I think it's. So I was talking to one of the Bedford fans, and he said it's Brody Helton time. It's going to happen. So.
Well, let's hope they're up for it. You know, Bedford's, ever since their first game against Merrimack, they've had, and a little bit too against Nashua South, they've had a fairly easy run. The games that we thought were going to be tough, the Exeter game wasn't. Nashua North was not that difficult for Bedford. So even though they were firing on all cylinders, they really weren't challenged. And this is the first game, I think, in a while that they've met an equal opponent that they're going to have to bring their best to overcome.
And you got to give a lot of credit to BG. They're down their head coach who was suspended for 2 games. Sometimes that can throw you into a tailspin. But as I said, Hudson Schmidt, who's the Bedford kid here, running back, he said, look, they believe in their system. And I said, and we were discussing it with the folks at the beginning, it's an organic belief in this system. And it's as well as they played all year. And timely, playing the #1 team in the state.
Well, sometimes adversity kind of brings that out of a team.
Right, it's a character moment.
You're on the road, you don't have your head coach with you. You have the local newspaper picking a rather lopsided win for the home team.
Yeah, the union leader thought it would be 42-14. It's still possible, but Bedford's going to have to do a lot of work. But they're highly capable of that. This is a quick strike group of young guys.
So Nathan Bowen ready to kick it off. It's a good kick, and it's going to go to the Bedford receiver.
Yeah, it looked like it was
number 22. It was Teddy LaPointe.
LaPointe, yeah.
And he gets the ball up to the 31-yard line, so decent return.
Absolutely. The team speed for this Bulldog group and Bishop Guertin, I mean, the team speed all over the field, and then their skill players. Entertaining first half, and we expected it. I thought it would be a little bit more in favor of Bedford, but I think it's their time to turn it on here, Harry.
So they're going to move it back to the 30-yard line. It's all day today we've been seeing a little disagreement amongst the spotters of the ball.
Yeah.
So because the near judge had him at the 31, but they are marked at the 30, 1st and 10. Tight formation, one back there, just one lone receiver. And now motion for Durso. It's a handoff to who else? Brody Helton finds a seam, gets a first down and more up to the 44-yard line. A flag comes in late.
Yeah.
We'll see what that's all about. Maybe a face mask.
Tackle was made by.
We'll have to wait for the official to give the signal here.
I think they're throwing something on the sideline.
Oh, okay, I kind of missed. I'm watching the game through binoculars.
Yeah, I was deceived by that too, and I'm watching it through my glasses. But
that could, yeah. There's some BG players. It's Bowen warming up on the sideline. He's throwing a football, so no flag there. Bedford at their own 45-yard line, 1st and 10.
Brody Helton looks fired up.
Helton gets it again, this time going to his left.
Wow.
And this time he gets swallowed up by Aaron Shimalecki.
Yeah, and Matthew Goldstein got underneath Chimalecki. Chimmy, as they call him, went up top. That's really good defense on a guy who had a lot of pace coming around that edge.
They're going to give Helton 2 yards on the carry, so 2nd and 10 coming up now.
And they finally got a favorable spot.
Yeah, you're right. They actually, instead of moving him back a yard, they gave him an extra yard there.
But, you know, down in placement aside, I think
they gave him 3 yards.
I think the refs,
which is interesting.
The refs did a pretty good job officiating.
I wasn't sure he got 3 yards there, but they're going to make it 2nd and 7 here from the Bedford 48.
They owe him one, right?
3 receivers to the left of Bennett Matthews, and there's going to be a flag here called by the official in white, Aaron Shimalecki. He's calling a false start. That is the 3rd false start on the Bulldogs.
Yeah, Chimmy moved. He didn't get his helmet into the neutral zone there, and that was enough to provoke the interior of that Bedford line there. False start.
False start penalty against Bedford.
So a 2nd and 7 is now 2nd and 12. They move back to the 43-yard line.
And that was kind of a sub-story in the first half, Harry. Bedford shooting itself in the foot with the penalties.
Yeah, like I said, it's the 3rd time that they've had these false start penalties. It's really unlike them. So something's going on down there that's making them jump. Okay, here's motion from Besker, and a fake handoff to Helton. Quick outlet pass to Durso. He gets a good chunk of yards back, about 10 yards. It's going to be 3rd and 2 coming up in BG territory. Well, now they're marking him back to the 49-yard line. I thought he had gotten further than that.
Story of the game. But I tell you, that was great ball fake inside, and then a rope out to the bubble.
So it's going to be a 3rd and 4 instead of 3rd and 2. Bedford approaches the line of scrimmage. Elsmore is the receiver on the far side. Belair is the 2nd receiver. 2 in the backfield. Low snap, but to get it over to Helton, he has enough speed to bowl over a BG player and get a first down. I want to see who he ran over. I think it was number 2, Sam Thayed. Tried to get into Helton's way, and he said no, he didn't take any of that.
Boy, human bowling.
Here, watch this contact right there. No, it was 27 that he ran into.
Oh yeah,
that was Jackson Humphrey, who took the brunt of that hit from Helton.
Humphrey hit him hard in the first half.
Yeah.
He paid him back right there. Yeah.
So 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs. They're in BG territory at the 42-yard line. 3 receivers.
Lots of space near side.
2 to the left, 2 in the backfield. Here's motion from Besker. Fake handoff to Besker. It's going to be Matthews running it himself. Tried to get out of the grasp of number 27, Jackson Humphrey, but he chased him down and limited the gain to about 4 yards, 3 yards.
If Humphreys doesn't close on that, he's still running.
Gain of 3 in the play.
There was a lot of green space in front of him.
2nd and 7 coming up. Usually those kind of lateral fakes, stun other teams, but these BG defenders are much quicker and can react a lot faster to it.
Well, their inside linebacking core is quick and strong, but everybody froze inside on that ball fake. Again, talented ball handling by a talented quarterback.
They're going to send 2 receivers to the right now, 1 to the left.
You got man near side here. Be interesting. Here we go.
There's the pass right through the hands of
and you got a
Zane Besker, and a flag comes in.
Side there.
That's going to be interesting.
And it's Drew Redford pleading his case in there. Somebody was running a post here.
I was going to say here, it could have been a hold on Helton right there.
You got Redford hanging on right there.
Okay, so that's going to be a defensive holding.
Yeah, and he was hanging on to Elsmore. And I think if he didn't, Elsmore runs that skinny post, and I don't know, big target.
So we will see what the call is here. If it's defensive holding, it is defensive holding. But that's not an automatic first down in NHIAA. It is just a 5-yard, or is it a 5 or 10-yard penalty? Yeah, I can't keep straight the differences between the NFL and NHIAA. So it is a hold. It's not an automatic first, but it is a 10-yard march off. So it will be a first down as they mark the ball at the 29-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs here. Opening drive of the second half. Bulldogs trail 14-13.
Yeah, so if it had been 2nd and 12, it would be 2nd and 2.
Here's
Anyway.
motion from Durso. Handoff to Helton. Cuts in. Brought down quickly by Logan Curran after about a 4-yard gain.
And it won't go in the record books, but Sam Fayad stayed home on the edge right there and engaged with his blocker, and that forced Helton to go inside. And if Helton turns the corner right there, if Sam had crashed down and inside, Helton's in the by the flagpole with that speed.
So they give Helton 5 yards. 2nd and 5 coming up. 8 and 11 left in the third. Helton in the backfield. They've got 3 receivers to the left. Helton cuts to the outside, gets around the edge, and he's going to get a first down. And he gets it all the way down to the 10-yard line. So
that was
they're going to mark him out at the 11, so not quite 1st and goal.
It was just outstanding recognition that the edge of the defense had collapsed inside, and then you see the speed, the burst, just high IQ.
So it's going to be 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line. Your fan was quite smart calling it Brody Helton.
Brody Helton time. Should have gotten the kid's name.
It's been mostly Helton in this drive.
Yeah. Pays to talk to a high school senior who's seen him play.
So just one receiver split out. Here's motion from Durso. The snap. Matthews is going to keep it himself. He goes to the left. And he's going to pick up about 5 yards out to the 6-yard line.
And he just hooked up to the engine of Brody Helton and followed number 21's backside. Got himself a big chunk of yardage right there. Good job. Nice job blocking by Helton himself.
So they do mark him at the 6. 2nd and 5 coming up here.
On a play, it's 2nd and 4.
So they break the huddle here. 7:20 to go here in the third. Same formation, one receiver, Elsmore to the left. Matthews, snap. Helton cuts to the left, cuts inside, and they're going to say he got to the goal line, but not in.
Wow, I mean, just a sea of humanity. He moved the whole pile. That's impressive.
So it's going to be a first down at the very least, but
yeah,
about at the 1-foot line.
And again, his vision along the line of scrimmage, and then the athletic jab step, really impressive. This man creates a lot of space for himself.
So it's first down, 1st and 10 from the half-yard line for the Bulldogs.
Well, Coach Nalen for BG.
Now Helton is being told to leave the game for some reason.
Equipment?
I'm not sure. Helton.
They eject him?
I'm not sure what's going on. No, he's expressing some frustration here. Could be an equipment malfunction, so they're going to bring in number 20, Cody Byer.
He wants that
to take
TD.
his place. Yeah, he wanted that TD.
He had that 1-yarder earlier. He wants to double it up. I thought I saw the ref give him a thumb.
Well, usually if a helmet comes off, they take you out, but I guess maybe a strap came loose and they told him he has to go get it fixed. So 2 in the backfield. Matthews is going to take this one in all by himself. Touchdown, Bedford. 1-yard run for Bennett Matthews.
That was a heck of a drive, Harry. They needed it, they engineered it, and number 21 showed up in that to start the second half. And have they set the tone? We shall see.
Well, we're going to find out if they're going for 1 or 2. It looks like they are going to go for 2 here. Kind of a big conversion here, try to pull this game even.
And 21, Helton is back in there. I'll bet you he's fired up right now.
Well, not even, but at least get a full 7 points on BG. So Helton back in the game now, got whatever he went wrong in that last series taken care of. Motion. Matthews calls his own number again, finds a seam, he's in. Touchdown or two-pointer. Matthews. And now Bedford's got the 7-point lead, 21-14.
That was a drive. That was a drive. I was just about to say before they struck pay dirt right there, Harry, that Coach Nalen, who's not here for BG, his mantra is that the two most important drives are the first drive of the second half and the second drive of the second half.
Well, we'll see how BG responds here. Coach Matthews having a discussion with one of the officials.
I think they're probably wondering about that equipment call there.
Yeah, explaining why he sent Helton off the field. Nonetheless, it worked out. Matthews getting both the touchdown and the two-point conversion, putting the Bulldogs up 21-7. It is their first lead of the game.
When in doubt, give him Helton. He showed up big time.
He should trademark that.
Thank you. I am a long recovered lawyer, Harry, so maybe I can represent myself. And I'll have a fool for a client. And you got younger Bowen back there deep. He's got speed of his own. First year player for the Cardinals. He's seeing a lot of PT.
Todd sends a high kick. It's going to roll, though. And finally up. A little trouble handling the ball there at the 10-yard line. And he's boxed in. Who is it, number 13?
Yeah, that's Jake Bowen.
And that mishandle of the ball kind of doomed him. And he's boxed in at the 10-yard line. We'll see where exactly he was taken down.
Youngest guy I've ever seen to do a fast jitterbug like that, though.
They're going to put him down at the 10-yard line. So this is probably the worst drive start of the day for either team.
Absolutely.
Back at their own 10-yard line. So BG's got to go 90 yards to tie this up.
Well, here's the time, and here's that Nalen mantra right there. How do you respond?
At their own 11.
So they come in tight, and he's going to be under the center. A quick handoff, quickly brought down there by number 1, Connor Sturgis. Makes the tackle.
I saw him warming up on the sideline right before he went in for this series, and he looked fired up on the chalk. That's a good way to start second half right there.
They're going to give him a yard. 2nd and 9 coming up here for BG at the 11. And now they go to spread formation. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Bowen in the backfield now in the shotgun. Back there with Hudson Schmidt.
Taking a sweet time here. Want to make the right read.
Takes the snap. He's got time. Now he's got to move around.
Good pursuit.
And he's going to be sacked at the 1-yard line.
There's Brennan Krause showing up.
Huge. So number 58, Brennan Krause gets credit for the sack. That was a big 10-yard loss there for BG.
And there's only so much you can hold off Brennan Krause. I mean, that's Vinny Nalen in there, who's the coach's son, freshman, big guy. But you can't keep Krause off the ball that long.
Alex Bissonette helping out there. So 3rd and 20 coming up from the 1-yard line. BG in a big hole here. And if they're forced to punt, it's going to give Bedford very good field position.
Well, if they're forced to punt from their own goal line, that's going to make it real tough on Bowen.
So they're just going to hand it off up the middle, get a couple of yards, a little breathing room, up to about the 5.5. Big scrum there. I can't tell who got the ball.
That was a good surge by the interior of the BG line right there. Yeah, it was Feliciano again.
Feliciano was the carrier.
Strong kid, but so big surge. They needed that 3 plays ago.
So this is the first 3 and out of the game, and it all started with a mishandling of a kickoff that put BG at the 10-yard line.
Yeah.
And then a big sack by Brennan Krause put BG back at the 1-yard line. Now they've got a punt from the 5. Bowen with the honors.
But that run by Feliciano bought some space. High snap. Wow. Look at that
and
punt.
That kick. Oh, great kick. Wow. Incredible kick, but Helton's able to pick it up at the 43-yard line. Now he's got to find his way through the tacklers, and a great shoestring tackle right there. 27, I think, brought him down. That's Jackson Humphrey.
He's been a tackling machine there. We got laundry on the field now.
We'll have to see what the call is, but if Helton got the ball up to the BG 42, usually something like that, they see Bedford moving backwards, could be a block in the back or a hold on the kick. But that was an incredible punt.
56 yards in the air.
Bowen, he had a bad snap, had to adjust to that, and still was able to kick the ball over the head of Helton, who had to run back. Fortunately for Helton, the bounce came right into his arms at about the 43-yard line, but a lot of that return is going to be negated here on a holding call, so they're going to move it back 10 yards.
I mean, you don't see that in high school, a punt like that, and out-kick your coverage, but that gave Helton a lot of room. Too bad they were blocking in the back right there. You called it.
So even with the penalty, it's a decent drive start. They're going to start at their own 45-yard line with 3:38 to go here in the third quarter, and Bedford leading 21-14.
That was a heck of a punt in any arena.
Bedford starts his drive at their own 45.
So here we go. Bedford relied heavily on Helton on that last drive. We'll see if Coach Matthews goes back to the well. Number 21.
I would. Nice pitch.
And like we said, it goes right to Helton. He's got a head of steam, and he gets all the way up to the 41-yard line in BG territory. Another first down.
I love that play call because he was out 5 yards already. Everybody's downfield, and he had that head of steam, as you said. He was up to top speed by the time he went forward and realized where the seam was. Nice play call. That just gets you momentum.
And things are definitely rolling toward the BG end zone right there.
I feel like Bedford just kind of made up his mind. They don't want to be in this game with BG anymore.
So 1st and 10 from the BG 41, spread formation. Here's Beskar with the motion, but Matthews is going to call his own number straight ahead. He's going to pick up about 9 yards.
Beautiful ball fake to Durso. That opened up the interior. Great down block. Boy, it's working right now for Bedford.
Bedford at the 32-yard line, 2nd and 2 on the way here.
Yeah, you see the left side down block to their right, and that just opened up the entire backside. Nice concept.
And they're just burning up the clock here in the process, 2:37 and counting.
I mean, this is a freight train of a clock right now, and a freight train wearing number 21 and 13. And BG's definitely on their heels right now.
4 receivers set, 3 to the left. Matthews in the shotgun, drops back. Now he cuts ahead. He's going to run. Takes it over the line. Now he's going to head for the end zone. Touchdown.
And did you see him direct traffic right there? He had Brody Helton downfield, pointed at who he wanted blocked. That created that seam, 14 yards. I mean, he was at the 2nd and 3rd level before BG was aware of what was happening right there. That was just aggressive, fast, and mean.
32-yard scramble by Bennett Matthews for the touchdown. And Bedford's up 2 scores with the extra point coming up from Elijah Todd.
Boy,
he just ran right by 27 Humphreys.
Fastest man on the field on that sequence right there.
Here's the kick. It's up, and it looks good. It is good. 28-14. Bedford answers the bell.
They sure did.
After falling behind by 7 and then by 1 at the half, they scored 2 touchdowns unanswered, and they're up 28-14.
And the BG coach's words ring true. The first 2 drives, not mirror images, unlike the first half. Aggressive running by Helton and Matthews, and then good defense after a tough punt handle. And that just set the tone for this second half. And I have this feeling that it's going to continue. BG just looks at their body language has changed in the last 8 minutes of play.
Quick reminder, our next broadcast, it'll be field hockey next Friday at 3 o'clock. Opponent unknown because it is the quarterfinal. Bedford's got the bye, so we have to find out who's going to play that opening round and get the win. And they'll come to Bedford to face the Bulldogs in field hockey Friday, 3 p.m. on BCTV.
And that is a team that could be playing here for the title on title day. It's 2 Saturdays away.
That's right. Bedford is going to be the host stadium for the Division I field hockey tournament. Now here's a squig kick from Todd.
Whoa.
It gets away from one BG player. It hit number 8.
That's their third.
Kevin Isidorio.
That's their 3rd rough handle.
And instead, it was I think it was 16 Cam Falls who fell on it. It's funny as Adorio looked like he had the ball, and then he just kind of threw it back.
It squirted out of him like
it's like almost like he was lateraling it back.
It's like when we push the marbles with the thumb.
Yeah. Squeeze the ball out.
I haven't thought about that in a long time.
So BG at the 28-yard line, 29, 1st and 10. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Fake the handoff. Bowen keeps it himself. Now throws. Oh, a great throw down the seam. And it's a race now to get him down. He finally does it. The receiver, 13, Jake Bowen.
Yeah, Bowen to Bowen right there. And then what great speed and pursuit. I think that was Malnar who ran him down. Couldn't catch that number.
Number 20.
That was 20. Okay, got it.
It was Cody Byer.
Bo Byer, yeah.
So he saved the touchdown there with his speed. But that was a 42-yard pass play.
Nicely executed throw by Bowen, and with a man hanging all over him right there. Great job. Okay.
So BG responding with a big pass play right there.
And Coach Nalen admires his poise, says he doesn't get down, so he's showing it.
Oh, there's a fumble.
On the ground.
But Bowen lands right on it. He was lucky.
Almost had himself a heart attack right up there.
He had that's the first loose ball we've seen today, and that landed in an open spot that Bowen was able to fall right on.
Yeah, everybody had vacated that area because they were tracking the play properly, and Bowen was fortuitous.
Makes it 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9 coming up. They're going to give Bowen a yard on that recovery. Here's the handoff.
Well, they were in that same formation.
Hudson Schmidt, the carrier.
Yeah, they were in that same formation they scored on, where Rocco Roy caught that pass in the first half and for a TD, and instead they opened up the gap and they ran it to Schmitty, and he picked up looks like 8.
Yeah, it picked up 8 yards. It's going to be 3rd and 1 right now from the Bedford 26-yard line.
3rd down and 2.
And there are feather dusters in front of us.
Handoff inside, and the scrum moves forward. Looks like it's going to be very close. I can't tell. I'm watching the field judge.
Yeah, right foot or left foot.
He started out in 1st down territory. Then he started to cut in.
Yeah,
back like it wasn't enough, and they're going to mark him at the 25-yard line, which should be about a half-yard shot.
I agree. Yeah, it was going to be that right foot, left foot thing, but he was kind of drifting toward the 25-yard line.
So 4th and less than 1 for BG. No question they're going to go for it here.
Only question is, will this wind us out of the 3rd quarter and into the 4th?
We'll see what kind of rush they are in. 16 seconds on the clock. And of course, there's no time clock in the end zones here.
Yeah,
so we don't know how much, if there's more time left or not. I think they're going to let it run right out.
Yeah.
5, 4, 3. It's going to run out to the end of the quarter. And what a quarter it was for Bedford. 2 touchdowns, 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
And authoritative drives too, Harry. Absolutely.
And they have a 28-14 lead here after 3. 1st down, yes.
Yeah, the far side field side judge right there clearly feels like he got probably, I think, to almost the 23, and that would do it. And they're moving the chains.
That's the important part. So first play of the fourth quarter, QB sneak from Nathan Bowen. Calls his own number, gets the 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
That was huge. That gives BG just a little bit of life. They got a lot of work to do, and Bedford is playing ferociously right now.
They got to get it to 1 score here. Bowen back to pass, throws to the sideline.
Nice pursuit.
Nice catch, but a quick tackle too. The receiver, number 13, that was Jake Bowen.
Yeah, Bowen to Bowen again, but Bennett Matthews. How about that closing speed, Harry?
Well, it was a good throw because it was away from Matthews and only where Bowen could make the catch.
Right.
It was only a 3-yard gain though. 2nd and 7. They're at the 21.
Yeah, you don't want to stay behind the chain so many times, but
there's a handoff.
Nice RPO. He's gone.
Not quite.
Yeah, I meant gone. Gone enough anyway, but he saw the entire edge of that Bedford line pinch or crash down a bit, and he pulled that ball out at the last second. That was just a really good read by an intelligent young quarterback.
So game's a touchdown-saving tackle on Bowen at the 6-yard line.
I think that was Durso who got him.
Make that the 6-yard line.
Couldn't really tell the feather hats were in the way there. I'm glad you're standing up. You can look over them.
We're going to use that for a feather duster for these windows.
So tight formation here on 1st and goal. There's a pitch. And a second effort gets him into the end
Logan
zone.
Kearns he is a Bronco buster. He was out all last year, Harry, and he just came back breathing fire this year. He's happy to be back on the field. I thought his knee went down, but I guess not.
Well, the officials, I guess, are going to give him. They're going to give him the touchdown. You're right. It looked like he was stopped shy of the goal line. Second effort, though, got him into the end zone. So touchdown on a 3-yard run.
Don't we have a field level cam?
No, we don't. Here's the kick.
He
Up
got
and
it.
good by Bowen.
He was flirting with not getting it, but he got it. That was
Bedford was pushing to block that kick for sure.
Well, that was a great response by BG. It was the only response that would help them at all when Bedford had so much fire in the belly and so much momentum. And as I said right before we took our break, it was authoritative football that Bedford was playing, both sides of the ball. And BG, that's a great answer.
Well, now comes a big drive for Bedford. They have got to score. Even a field goal would do the trick. It would make it a 2-score game and burn up as much time as they can here in this 4th quarter. There's 10:49 to go. Both teams have a full complement of timeouts.
And how big a leg does he have?
Todd I think can hit him from at least 40 yards, if not 45. Although I'm sure they're going to be trying for a touchdown first.
That's pretty darn good for high school ball.
But if they have to, Todd can get him a field goal from about 40 out.
For Bishop Guertin is Nathan Bowen.
Remember a couple of years ago, Connor Lennon, who's a Bedford kid, had that kind of leg for BG. He's playing for Bryant now.
Here's the worm burner picked up by the up man. And
boy.
A great run, great return right there. I believe that was 22, Teddy LaPointe.
Yeah, he's quick. I've been watching him. He's built lower to the ground, but he's powerful inside. That fired up the sidelines right there. Harry, you said worm burner. I'm a lacrosse goalie, and that is jargon on the lax turf right there. Good job. I'm loving it.
They got it up to the 45-yard line, so great drive start here for the Bulldogs. 1st and 10 from their own 45. There's 10:44 to go in regulation. They are Bedford up 7, but 28-21.
Boy, that return just, punch back right there. Big time play.
Matthews in the shotgun. He pulls it out of Matthews' hands and calls his own number, although he got surrounded by about 4 white jerseys.
Yeah.
Still able to pick up 3 yards on the play up to the 48-yard line.
Doesn't go in the books, but we're seeing a great display of both quarterbacks in their ball handling skills. They're so deceptive, but they also have that intelligent IQ, pre-snap reads, but then they read the scheme. And it's just really fun to watch. These two young guys are doing a great job.
Bulldogs taking their time, peeling off time off that clock. 10:15 to go here in regulation. 3 receiver set, 2 to the right. Now motion by Beskar. And there's a pitch to the right by Heldon. He's got a head of steam.
Yep.
And he gets a first down all the way to the 42-yard line. 13-yard gain for Bedford there. First down.
Same play as that nice toss earlier in the 3rd quarter. Just different side of the field. Mr. Helton yields similar results. That kid can run.
At the BG 41.
And this is big for Bedford, just chewing the clock, Harry. Just chew. When I was coaching on the sidelines, you'd hear me yell chew. When you got a lead, you want to protect it, but it's demoralizing for the opponent.
They do have to get some points here, so they have to make sure that they don't hurt themselves with a penalty or a turnover.
Amen.
They got to keep the sticks moving.
Also, you just don't want to take yourself out of rhythm.
2 in the backfield right now. Fake handoff to Helton and a quick screen to Bryson Durso.
Nice.
He has to fight for some yards. He gets up to the 33-yard line.
And I got to say, Durso, he slipped out of the tackle of a very sure tackler in Hudson Schmidt right there, and it just showed his own athleticism and strength.
They're going to mark him at the 34-yard line. 7-yard gain for Durso on that quick pass. 2nd down and 3 coming up from the 34.
And we just hit the 9-minute mark. BG's got to feel like it's back on their heels. You kind of wonder, what the heck do we have to do? We just had a great drive. But you got to get some stops.
Elsmore, lone receiver all the way to the far side.
The 4 down here for the BG line has got to show up.
Durso motion, handoff. Helton, he's running, got the 1st down, out at the 22.
Boy, what a freight train that kid is. And, you know, he ran right over Rocco Roy at the end.
That run good for a 1st down.
So
but he went out of bounds.
Yep, stopped the clock. That was probably the only negative on the play.
Right.
So Bedford at the 23-yard line, 1st and 10.
Yeah, they
now the clock starts.
Yep.
8:25 to go in regulation.
Move those chains, but, you know.
They got to get it to the 13-yard line now to get the next 1st down. So now 4 receivers out, 3 to the right. Matthews with Helton. And Matthews is going to call his own number.
Oh,
and he's going to go all the way in for a touchdown. Bennett Matthews.
Wow, he juked Jonah Feliciano out of his shoes. That was just sheer athleticism and determination. Wonderful, wonderful play on that 24-yard run there.
And that is the 3rd touchdown on the night for Bennett Matthews.
Yeah.
13 on the season.
And the last one was 32 yards. This one's 24. He's racking it up. One-man wrecking crew.
So now Todd is going to come out for the extra point. Kick is up. Looks good and is good.
That is a clean kicker right there.
So back to a 2-touchdown lead for Bedford, 35-21.
Yeah, that was critical for Bedford. Great answer after BG really manufactured some life. Thought they were going to get right back into the game, which would have surprised me given how powerful those first 2 drives from Bedford were, and their defensive stand way deep. And, you know, so credit BG with getting back in the game, and then credit Zach Matthews and company for taking it right back.
So far, it looks like the key play in the second half was that kickoff that was mishandled.
Yeah.
And that pinned BG deep and forced them on a 3-and-out, which gave Bedford the extra possession here.
Well, you called it in the first half, and you've seen the Bulldogs a few times, and this is my second time, or first time live anyway, but they knuckleball a lot of kicks, even though he's got a big leg. And that is trouble, especially on a cold night, Harry.
Well, I think they respect the returners that BG have, and they don't want to give them a clean kickoff to set up a return.
Oh, without a doubt. We saw their speed a couple times in the first half.
So here's Todd. Let's see if they keep it low again. Let's find out. It is going to be a low one, and it's going to...
That's a good handle. Wow.
Yeah, that came in hot, and it was number 2, Sam Fayed, who fielded it cleanly and just took a knee at the 35-yard line.
Best hands on the team. Johnny on the spot right there.
But I'm surprised he didn't try to run it a little bit. He had room.
You know, I think he just wanted to make sure we take care of the ball. Better we have it than they have it, and then let's just fight on.
So 7:57 to go in regulation. BG down 2 scores once again. They are at their own 35-yard line. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right.
Fake and press right here.
Back to pass. Escapes a sack. Moves to his right.
Dangerous throw.
And it's going to be incomplete.
Boy, Brody Helton was chasing that one, and he had INT in mind, but it was low enough so it wasn't going to do any damage.
So that pressure got to Bowen. He had escaped the pocket, moved to his left, just to find some time to throw the ball, but couldn't connect. So 2nd and 10 coming up.
We got a timeout on the field. I can't tell whether it's an official timeout or a coach's timeout.
It does not appear to have been charged to anybody.
Yeah.
But BG taking advantage here, making some substitutions. They're going to set up another 4 receiver set with 3 going to the right now. Not sure. You're right. I'm not sure why they're sending one of the Bedford players off, Connor Sturgis. Another equipment issue.
Yep.
So Bedford's got to send out somebody for Connor Sturgis here on this next down. 2nd and 10. BG at the 36-yard line.
Under 8 minutes. BG's got to do something. I know that's a truism.
Here's the snap. Bowen drops back in his pocket. Throws. Finds Rocco. Rocco Ray gets the first down.
I tell you, Rocco Roy. Whatever. He's been playing, with Sam Fayad. He's showing that he's got some strong hands of his own. That thing had some mustard on it.
So it is a first down up to the 48-yard line of BG.
Yeah, he just settled down in that nice little pocket, the zone in between the 2 defenders, and then Bowen, all night long, he's shown us his accuracy.
So they approach the line of scrimmage. Actually, they're almost at the 50-yard line. They adjusted that spot.
Yeah, the nose of the ball is right on that stripe. And then
2 receivers left and right. Bowen looks to his right now, airs it out. We'll see if he can hit his man.
Oh, Rocco.
He got Rocco Roy right in the hands. Couldn't come down with it. That would have been 6. He had single coverage with Bryson Durso.
Yeah, I tell you, I've been a flanker, feel like 1,000 years ago. When those moon balls come up over, especially in the lights, and it's over the other shoulder instead of leading you on the inside, you look up and it's vertigo. And you may be able to see Rocco just he's kind of off kilter right there.
That was Ellsmore on the coverage, not Durso. Sorry about that.
No problem. But you can see him kind of almost be off kilter right there. It's tough. It's a tougher catch than it looks.
2nd and 10 from midfield. Bowen's going to try it again, airing it out. And he gets his man.
There's Bowen to Bowen. Backyard barbecue right there.
40-yard strike gets him down to the 10-yard line.
And you can see that seam open up right out the snap. And I think it was Matthews lone in coverage right there once he bit on the inside. Yep. Yeah, so Durso bit on the inside, the initial read, and a little bit of an eye fake right there. That's good quarterbacking right there. But the 2 brothers have been doing that in the driveway all their lives.
So at the 10-yard line, it's 1st and goal now for BG. Quick strike, 40-yarder. And there's a pitch. Run inside. Still. Nope, not going back. They drove him right back.
That was Jonah Feliciano with
And that was Feliciano with the ball, and they're going to give him about a yard. No, make that 3 yards down to the 7-yard line.
These ball carriers tonight are warriors. Tough to bring these guys down.
2nd and goal from the 7. 6:10 on the clock. BG needs 2 scores.
And BG in jumbo right now has been interesting.
The double reverse, but it didn't fool anybody. A double handoff, I should say. Connor Sturgis makes the tackle.
Yeah, and that was Will Adams, first year player. He's 5'11", 190, and like I was saying earlier, he runs like an upperclassman. They love him. But that little kind of almost a cross buck, old school. That's Anthony Nalen, quarterback himself.
So they're going to mark him down at the 8-yard line. 3rd and goal from the 8. Now they're going to go spread, 2 on each side. Schmidt is the back. Motion. Coming across.
Yeah, they're going to try the right
side. Moves to his right. They're going to throw it.
Ooh, too high.
Too far.
Whoa.
Over the hands of number 4, intended receiver Rocco Roy. And now it's 4th down.
Bennett Matthews thought he had himself a little deflection, and I think he just couldn't pick it up at the last second. And he was looking heavenward and thought he had one in his mitts for an interception there. Timeout BG.
So they're going to take a moment here to discuss what to do on 4th down. I doubt they're going to do a field goal here. It's definitely a 4th and 8. They're going for it.
It's 4-down territory all the way. I mean, if you give it back to this offense, they can shoot 5 minutes up like that. especially when you've given up one timeout now. But you had to take that, and Jermaine McKenzie, standing pat inside, subbing for Nayland this week, and it's a right decision.
Congratulations to the golf team who defended their state championship on Tuesday at Canterbury Woods with a convincing 17-stroke victory over BG. Best of luck to 4 boys competing in the state individual championship happening tomorrow at Beaver Meadow in Concord.
Good stuff.
So here they come back on 4th down from the 8-yard line. We'll see what the coaching staff's come up with here. They got to get in the end zone.
Interesting, they put in Brody Blood far side. He's got single coverage.
Bedford showing blitz. Bowen rolls, throws.
Wow.
Touchdown.
That was just beating your man, and then a laser from Bowen.
Rocco Roy, the receiver.
Well, he is Mr. TD on this team, and you can see what happened. Look at the little formation. Bowen sits down on the inside route, and then Roy breaks out once the head fake happens. Well conceived, and that just showed you the timeout was really well done, and great job huddling up on the sidelines and calling the right thing.
Now Nathan Bowen lines up for the extra point. Sam Fayette is his holder. The kick is down.
There you go.
Yep, good. So extra point makes it a 7-point game, 35-28.
But I tell you what, Jake Bowen, as a freshman, he sold that inside route, and he sat down on the goal line like it was going right to his breadbasket, and that gave a very fast, talented, strong-handed Rocco Roy just enough seam to get loose and head for the flag. Nice throw, too. Got to be an actor sometime, Harry.
So here's the situation. 5:13 to go in regulation. BG still down by 7. Bedford needs to burn some time here, and preferably add a score, a field goal or a touchdown, to make it a 2-possession game is what they need. And better yet, let's burn off as much of that 5 minutes, that 5 minutes and 13 seconds that they can. Now, BG did burn a timeout before that touchdown play, so they only have 2 to work with.
That's right. That's right. But I tell you, both teams, when they seemingly have their backs against the walls, they're showing some intestinal fortitude and just jamming it down. Great drives to answer back, and that's why this has been a great game tonight, no matter what happens.
Now, look at this. They're preparing for an onside kick. Nobody is deep for Bedford. Everybody's up.
They finally got De Jesus back there.
And here's the pooch kick. It's going to be caught.
Oh, boy.
And that was number 3, Jacoby De Jesus, getting the ball back to the 38-yard line, I think. So the pooch really didn't trick Bedford at all. They were ready for it. They had nobody deep.
Well, I tell you, if Brendan Reeves doesn't make that tackle, I think De Jesus probably has another 10 to 20 yards. Little things won't go in this record book, but you just got to make these plays, off ball, on ball, you name it.
5:08 to go in regulation. 1st and 10. Bedford on their own 38-yard line. BG needing a stop.
O-line time, 21 time.
Elsmore, the lone receiver. Everybody else in tight.
Got the little pistol.
Matthews hands it off to Helton. Cuts to his left a little bit and gets brought down after a 3-yard gain to the 41-yard line.
Tackle was made by Bishop Kearns.
And Besker is at the bottom of that pile with a sea of humanity on top of him. That's tough. And roll clock. We're at 4:45. Just the way we want it to start. Pick up a little bit. Get yourself some breathing room. And make BG psychologically looking at that clock ticking away.
Yeah, ideally, you want to use all 3 downs to get that first.
Yeah. It's when you, or get a touchdown.
Yeah, that would
immediately.
Well, I think Coach Matthews would like to see the clock burn down. Here's another handoff. This time, Helton going to his right, and he's going to pick up another 4 yards. He's going to get up to the 45-yard line.
I tell you, he's just throwing on more coal into the engine right now.
So it's going to be third and a short 3.
Yep.
From 45 and a half, and the clock goes under 4 minutes.
What are the odds that number 21 gets the ball again, Harry?
It's either him or Matthews. I can see Matthews calling his own number here, but this is a big down here because I'm not sure if Bedford would risk going for it on 4th down, so they got to convert here on 3rd.
And back to that pistol. It's working. Why not?
Motion. Hand off to Helton. He's got a head of steam. He's got a 1st down, and he's still going to the 30. Oof. Down at the 32-yard line.
Shoelace tackle by Redfern, or he's in the green.
Tackle was made by Drew Redfern.
So that could have been the game right there. That was the stop that BG needed, but Helton put his head down, picked up big yards, got a 1st down, got it all the way down to the 32-yard line.
Well, they got to stop right here or it's game over. So they've got to get one stop, and whether you use your timeouts now or save it, let one go, and then call that timeout on 4th down. Who knows? But the defensive line has to show up for the Cardinals right now, big time, and the linebackers, they've got to close these gaps.
It is now 3 minutes in regulation remaining. 1st and 10, 33-yard line for the Bulldogs. Matthews is going to run this himself, cuts it inside.
What a nice cutback.
Finds a lane. Now he's going to pick up almost a 1st down. He's going to get down to the 26-yard line.
Well, I tell you, with that nice big chunk, 7-8 yards on 1st down, that really puts BG's back to the wall.
So 2nd and 2 coming up now from the 26.
They've had a tough time limiting them to 1 yard, much less 2. They're picking up 5 yards, 7 yards, 8 yards at a time.
I'm a little surprised that they haven't called the timeout here because time is slipping away here. 2:14 to go. Matthews waits. Besker in motion. Takes the snap. Hands it off to Helton. Helton gets the 1st down. Gets it to the 18-yard line.
Well, they'll probably call their timeout now at 2:01. Yeah.
Tackled by Jackson.
So there's the 2nd timeout by BG. Fresh set of downs, and they're going to
they're going to run clock. I think BG's going to.
At the Bishop 19-yard line.
They pause the clock while they move the chains, and the clock is running again. BG will use it on whether they do it now or 2nd down, 3rd down. It's moot.
It doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Whenever they can only stop it so many times, only twice.
I mean, if they stop them for a yard or two, the instant timeout. But that hasn't happened a whole lot with number 21 and number 13 running the ball so well. $1:30 now, Harry.
Time is clicking away here on the Cardinals.
Yeah.
Now Bedford finally gets information.
I wonder if Bedford will call timeout.
And I believe they did.
Yeah, they want to get this right. They want to get this right. How do you pick up a chunk on the ground, of course, on 1st down? I think we all know. He's doing it all night long as Brody Helton. That's why he came into the game with 800-plus yards, if I remember.
That is correct. His rushing totals, trying to find my notes here. Don't have we produce ourselves here. 81 carries, 801 yards, 9.9 average, 10 touchdowns.
Unbelievable.
That was coming into this game. No doubt he's already passed 100 in this game.
Yep, it's been a good showing for Mr. Helton, Duke-bound lacrosse player. I mean, that's a top 5 program every year. It speaks volumes about how broadly talented he is as an athlete.
Once more, I'd like to thank our underwriters for their sports support of BCTV and Bedford 105.1 Radio, Primary Bank, Wicks Insurance Group, Interim Healthcare of Manchester, Nelson Real Estate of New Hampshire, and great New Hampshire restaurants like T-Bones and the Copper Door. So the timeout is done here. I believe it's Matthews going to Duke. Are you sure about Helton? I think.
Oh, yeah, my bad.
Matthews
he's going to Rutgers.
Duke,
excuse me. Yep, I had it wrong. I love the Copper Door.
From the Bishop Guertin 19.
Big play.
Big
wow.
pitch over to Helton, and he's going to pick up about 10 yards. He's not going to get a first down. He's down at the 10 or 11. So
and BG will have to call a timeout.
Second and 1 here. Yeah, they do finally call a timeout. So 1:15 to go. It's going to be second, and they're going to mark him back. They're going to say he was down 3 yards.
Yeah, his left knee was down earlier than they initially read. But it's kind of the biggest hill to climb right now if you're BG, and maybe they're even warming up the bus. But well, you just got to play it out. You got to jam at the ball. You got to try to rip it away. Brody Helton's a strong guy, but he's human, and that's what BG's going to do. I've been in that scrum as a ball carrier, and that's why you come out with bruises and need ice bags.
So they mark him at the 13-yard line. 2nd and 3 coming up here for the Bulldogs. And just one timeout remains for Bishop Guertin. 35-28, Bedford leads, 1:15 to go.
Brody Helton is a warrior. I remember seeing him. I called a lacrosse game against BG a couple of years ago, and he had that hurt knee, and he just warriored through it. A very, very strong-willed young man.
So here we go. 3 receivers set, 2 to the left. Motion by Besker. Getting position to block, I believe. Matthews going to keep it for himself. And he gets the first down. He gets inside the 8-yard line.
Game, set, match.
Pretty much. They could just kneel it out here.
Timeout called by BG.
Why not?
BG calls their final timeout.
And that run was
That's all they can do.
No need to risk ball control. Just take a knee, get into victory formation.
Pretty much.
And get home and start studying, right?
No
Friday
need
night?
that's right. No need to pad their stats here. They pretty much have, all they have to do is snap the ball 2 or 3 times. They can close this game out here in victory formation. So fantastic game. It's been the most entertaining game we've seen here at Bedford High Stadium this season for sure. And BG came in and really gave Bedford a fight. And really, I think it all turned on that kickoff that buried him deep, forced the 3 and out, and wound up giving Bedford very good field position where they're able to get 2 touchdowns in that third quarter.
Yeah, you and I were kind of like mind going, write that down, because that's an interesting time. But hey, give Bishop Guertin a whole lot of credit. They were down after last week's collapse and missing their coach. That's high character right there. And, he's suspended, but he's a high character man. I've known him for several years, and they're a team to be reckoned with come November.
And just as we said, Matthews in the shotgun, takes the snap, kneels down. And now it's just a matter of paperwork here to finish this game out.
And Bedford's got an interesting road ahead. They're at Londonderry next week.
That's right. That's a game that we're definitely doing on radio, hoping to work out a TV deal too. But Corey Musketiger and myself will travel to Londonderry and bring you the game for sure on Bedford 105.1 radio.
And Coach Jimmy over there will have his boys ready to play. Then on Halloween, we're here.
Season over.
Against Keene, appropriately black and orange, right?
And that's going to do it. Second snap. And the fireworks go off over Bedford High Stadium as the clock ticks down, 25 seconds to go. It's all over. Bedford hangs on for a 35-28 win, and they improve to 7-0.
Great game, though. We're lucky we got to see it, Eric.
Yes, we did. Rich McDonough, thank you very much for joining me on the broadcast. You were terrific at the color and injecting a lot of information about the BG team we wouldn't normally have.
Yeah, thank you. I'm glad to pinch hit for a classy organization, and it's our inaugural venture together. I hope it's not our last, Harry.
Hope not. We got a lot more football, including the playoffs coming up. I don't think I'm taking any chances by saying the Bulldogs will be playing in the postseason.
I think they're Final Four material all the way.
So thanks to our crew, Andrew Fenn back in the studio, Bill Jennings on camera, and of course yourself, Rich McDonough on the color. I'm Harry Kozlowski. Final score, Bedford 35 and BG 28. You've been watching and listening to Bedford football on BCTV and Bedford 105.1. So long, everybody.